Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Dear brothers and sisters, again, we are today to discuss chapter 28 and the verses of the beautiful Holy Quran. Dear brothers and sisters, if you like the video, please put like so we can spread this videos to a lot of people. Dear brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the ayat which we discussed yesterday is talking about the message of the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to his Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, and to every person who has that mission of conveying the message of Islam, the message of the Quran, the message of La ilaha illallah. There is only one God worthy of worshipping, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling all of these people that if they don't respond, if these people don't respond, فَإِن لَمْ يَسْتَجِيبُوا لَكَ, remember, if they don't respond to you, فَعْلَمْ, if they don't respond to you by submitting to the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the only message which is intact and uncorrupted, the message of Islam and the message of the Quran, remember that if they don't submit to you, remember that they are following their desires, the lust, their interest, self-interest, their arrogance, their ego. Brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, and who are the worst people and the people who are astray, the people who are lost their way are those who are following their own desires, following their own ego, following their own arrogance. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ending this, Inna Allah la yahdi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the end of the day, He have put one word to describe all of this. The person who's following his desires without following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, following the arrogance and the ego and the self-interest, without following the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, الظالمين. الظالمين, the wrongdoing people. And the word ظالمين, committing injustice. The word zalim in Arabic, it means committing injustice. And why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put that word injustice? Because when you are not submitting to Allah, you are committing injustice. Why? Because Allah is the provider. Allah is the giver. Allah is the one who gives you everything. Allah is the one who gives you the oxygen. Allah is the one who is giving you the water. Allah is the one who gives you the eyesight. Allah is the one who gives you the kidney functions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who makes your heart beat, the pulse in your heart. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who makes you hear. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gives you that brain and all these brain functions. And when you are not submitting to Him and say, Rabbul Alameen, you are the creator, you are the king, you are the one who originated everything, and I'm going to return to you, and I have to follow you, and I have to submit to you, you're committing injustice. That's number one. Number two, these people who are committing injustices, you're going to see them arrogant. You're going to see them have the ego. They're racist. They don't like others because they're different in color. They're different in accent. They're different in language. They're from the different country. Those are not going to be guided because you are committing injustices towards others. You want to enrich yourself. You don't want to pay taxes, and you want others to pay taxes. You see the guy working in McDonald's or working in Burger King, he pays 25%. Elon Musk, and you have Jeff Bezos, and you have Donald Trump, zero income taxes. What kind of system is this? Is this just? It's not unjust. It's not just. That guy pay paycheck to paycheck. This guy has a private jet, how many mansions, so on and so forth. This is injustices. So when these people, you come to tell them justice, they're not going to submit to that message of justice because they are unjust. The self-interest here will play a role in rejecting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dear brothers and sisters, So the person who commits injustice is towards Allah because he's ignorant, he doesn't want to submit to Allah who gave him everything. That's number one. And the other thing, he's committing injustices towards others. And by committing injustice towards Allah, you're also committing injustice towards yourself. Because at the end of the day, in the hereafter, there is torture, unfortunately. There is hell, unfortunately. And the person will regret everything. And the whole idea is the shaitan, the devil, he keep taking away the fact. Because at the end of the day, Sam Walton, who has billions of dollars, who have founded Walmart, what happened? He went to his grave with what? Zero money, $0. He didn't take Walmart with him or Sam's Club with him in the grave. He's gone with himself, and he will be judged by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will be held accountable. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge him. And that is what it is for every person who is the devil, is the one who's guiding him. At the end of the day, you're going with nothing. Dear brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is turning the page to another fact. وَلَقَدْ وَصَّلْنَا لَهُمُ الْقَوْلَ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَذَّكَّرُونَ. Brothers and sisters, what happened in Gaza, what happened in Palestine, is done by the willingness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has a lot of wisdom behind a lot of things. One of the things which we can talk about is this: وَلَقَدْ وَصَّلْنَا. We have delivered, we are sending, we are transporting the message of this book, the Quran, to the West through these martyrs, through these people who suffered and suffering in Gaza. Brothers and sisters, America and the West, they probably never got exposed that much to the Quran until they saw the resilience, the belief of these people in Gaza. Until they saw that these people, they see somebody is dying in their family, somebody who has his foot and leg chopped or his arm is cut off, and they say La ilaha illallah. This resilience, this belief is because of this book. And the belief in the Quran, people started here in the West to say, oh, what kind of medicine these people are taking? What kind of medicine these people in Gaza are administrating every day? How many times he taking that medicine a day? These people are strong. These people have patience. These people were displaced from their homes. These people, they standed the cold, the hunger, the starvation, the thirst. These people saw the dead bodies. These people saw the blood. These people saw the body parts all over the place. But they stayed inside them. There is one thing which gave them the strength. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are for Allah, and to Him we will return. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have put them as an example. He put them a core of a message which will be delivered to the people in the West. The resilience you showed is telling you, read the Quran. If you're not a Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're Jew, if you're atheist, read the Quran. That's a medicine. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He said, and described the Quran as it is a medicine for the soul. وَنُنَزِّلْ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ. We send down the Quran as a shifa, as a relief, as a medicine and a mercy. To these people, the Quran was guiding them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, was all of this suffering, He was transmitting, transporting. وَلَقَدْ وَصَّلْنَا لَهُمُ الْقَوْلِ, the message of the Quran to the people all over the world, not just the West, in China, in Japan, everybody, Europe, Australia. Everybody said, what are these people are taking every day? How these people are strong? How these people are sitting and staying and living in tents? How these people survive on a cup of water a day? And the whole world, the cowardly world, is just watching and clapping. Brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending and transmitting this message to the people. And after what happened in Gaza, we see a lot of people understood the wisdom in this book, understood the lessons in this book, understood that this book, what it says, is true and it will happen. And they became Muslims and they accepted the message of Islam. These people who are the people initially had the kind heart, the gentle heart, the loving heart, the merciful heart. So when the message of Islam, of mercy and love and compassion and resilience came to them, they accepted it. And they said, La ilaha illallah. There's only one God worthy of worshipping. And they didn't find any contradiction with the old scriptures. The only contradiction is what the human being have put in those scriptures. And they believed in the only true religion, Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is emphasizing that fact. And He's saying we have delivered that message of the Quran. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep doing this through different things. And as we saw yesterday, the wildfires, or the fires which happened in LA, the earthquake, the hurricanes, all of this to remind you to look for the truth, why I'm here for, what I'm supposed to do, what's going to happen to me after death. It's going to keep on going until this religion, Islam, will rule the whole world. There's no doubt about it. الَّذِينَ آتَيْنَاهُمُ الْكِتَابَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِ هُمْ بِهِ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Those people who have accepted the message of Islam recently, those people who have already, they knew there is Allah, they knew there is God, and they believed in what it is. They have doubts in what the human being have put. For example, the human being have put that Jesus is God. They have doubt about that. And that's why when the message of Islam came to clarify everything and remove these doubts, they said, this is it. This is the Islam. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم.